Good morning, y'all. Feliz Clupianos. Happy Easter. It's not really none of them days. But you ever just woke up and it's like you having an identity crisis or something? Like when you're a multi-talented person in a multi-dimensional world or a multi-dimensional realm, it's like one of the moments where you kind of get stuck in trying to figure out who you are. And I think that's what a lot of free-spirited beings go through, because again, like I always say, I'm just a spiritual being having a human existence. So when you're a person who is like really talented, but you don't know where, you know what I'm saying, what talents to tap into, what to do, what version of yourself you in, because I've had many different versions of myself. I'm in a new version of myself where I'm really trying to figure out who this person is right now. And when it comes to that, you get to a point where it's like, okay, this is a new identity, because they say, you know, you change who you are like every 7 years, but I don't know, I just feel like that's not, to me, I feel like I change every 2 or 3 years or so, as far as like who I am. And when you get in this space in your life or in your head or whatever, it's frustrating, because it's like, that's why it be so hard for certain people to be able to work jobs, because it keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck in this one identity. You probably already surpassed that identity. You probably already surpassed that phase in your life. But because this job, you know what I'm saying, it brings some type of monetary value in your life, it's just something where you feel like you got to stick with, and it keeps you stagnant and it keeps you stuck. And so it's like when I would leave and work, even when I'm at work and I see people at the gas station, I see people at the store, and it's like everybody's stuck in this simulation, this sunken place, to where it's like they kind of seem disgruntled, they seem off, they seem like, they just seem upset, because you have different people who are in a space in their life where they know they're not supposed to be doing this. They know they're not supposed to be doing this forever, but you know what I'm saying, life, it keeps you in a particular type of time zone in your life. And don't get me wrong, everybody don't have a calling, everybody don't have a purpose. Like, it just like you see in movies, some people are just background actors. Like, there's just real spill. Some people are just placeholders on this earth. So everybody does not necessarily have a mission to do. It's just a particular type of a purpose field, to where they just need to be on this earth to fill a space. But for the others, yeah, it'd be hard. It'd definitely be hard. And I feel like that's also one of the reasons where I feel like knowing your history is so important, because when you look at your family, and it's something in your spirit, it's something where you know it's like, okay, everybody do the same thing, everybody work, they go home, they come home, you know what I'm saying, cook dinner, repeat. It's the same thing over and over again. It's nothing new that they doing in their life. It's the same routine over and over again. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they need to do to get by, and it's cool. But you've always felt like that's not it for me. I can't do that. I can't repeat and do the same thing each and every day of my life. And so, have you ever been one of them oddballs or considered the black sheep, because you just always feel like it's time to do something different? Like, I can't do what y'all doing or what y'all have been doing y'all whole life. I get it, you've had to put food on the table, you had bills to pay, but I'm just, like I said, I'm a little delusional. I feel like if you are one of those people that have always wanted to give your family the best, wanted to give your children the best, then it's like a go hard or go home situation. Like, ain't no way in hell you telling me that you know for a fact you got gifts or you have special talents, but because circumstances have caused you to have a child early, have probably more than one child, you know what I'm saying? Life be life, and I get it. But I feel like that's what's a part of the mission. Certain things are for character development. If you can sit up and give up that easily, then you kind of deserve the life that you are living. Because nothing is easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. So if you feel like it's a life that's meant for you beyond what you've been doing, go for it. I don't give a fuck what, you know what I'm saying, comes in your life. And I feel like that's the thing where people kind of fall short, is because it's like, damn, well, this going on, I can't do nothing. Why not? Maybe it's supposed to happen. Maybe that's a part of life. I kind of want to say the devil, but I don't really want to say the devil. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like there are certain things that definitely will try to knock you off your path. But it is important to figure out where your history comes from and who is in your bloodline, because a lot of us have healers, a lot of us have people of spiritual authority. Some people have people that's been in their bloodline that has powerful authority. Like, a lot of us are sleeping on talents that have been inherited from our ancestors, but because certain things that have, you know what I'm saying, circumstantial situations have caused them to not be able to fully fulfill their gifts in their timelines, it is ran through us. And if you are a person that knows it's something in your body that knows, like, bro, it's something more than what I'm supposed to. Now, I'm not gonna particularly say what I feel like God has called me on this earth to do, because God, I know for a fact God has told me to be quiet on certain situations. Silence speaks more than words. So I'll just say that. But I just know that I have a duty to fulfill, and when I don't do it, he definitely shows me and lets me know you tripping. Like, that's why you so uncomfortable, because you sitting in situations where you ain't got no business doing this anyway. If had you just stuck to what I told you to do, instead of sitting there depressed, instead of sitting there letting a temporary problem be your whole existence, then you will be a lot further. Like, these are the conversations that I know spiritually God has had within me, or had to me, to where it's like, you are bigger than your circumstance. You are bigger than your issues. You are bigger than these worldly issues that are going on. All this stuff that you're going through is temporary, but it's supposed to build you up. Even in the midst of every darkness that you are being exposed to in your life, you're supposed to alchemize it. I'm supposed to alchemize my pain into a testimony. Like, I'm supposed to alchemize any issues. Like with the fitness, anytime I get mad, I go in the gym. When I get mad, it's not for me to stop and sulk and be mad about whatever the little temporary situation is that's going on. I'm supposed to alchemize it. And I feel like a lot of people are not alchemizing their pain and turning it into their power. So that's why they get stuck and they get mad and they get stagnant. So they live in a life of regret and resentment. And so now they moving with this spirit of fear on them. And it hinders you a lot. So that's why I feel like a lot of people have to understand their history, get a chance to know who you really are, know where you came from, and tap into that. It's a lot of us walking around, us melanated people walking around with so many talents and hidden gifts that we have not tapped into, simply because we have let this world consume us with what we think we supposed to do. And it ain't even what we supposed to do. Some things are just for you to just get through right now, to help you navigate through whatever it is that you are initially supposed to be sent out to do. Like I said, it's a lot of things. God brings certain people into my life because it's either something that I'm supposed to tell them, something that I'm supposed to help them through, or heal them through. But I know with my issue, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like people. I don't like people. I have a very select amount of people that I let close to me or in my circle, because what life has taught me. Prime example, I've had a lot of people come and play in my face in my life. A lot of people that I would probably lay down for in my life, and they would, you know what I'm saying, they'll cross me out. But when you think about it, when you get to a certain frequency in your life, when you get to a higher vibration in your life, that's what they were supposed to do. That's how you supposed to look at it. Like, everybody ain't supposed to come in your life and stick around forever. Like I always say, everything is not a problem. Everything is not an issue. Some things are for your own character development. People that cross me, it was for my character development, because where I'm going in my life, I have to have higher discernment. I have to have better discernment. I have to have better intuition. I have to know who I can tell certain stuff to and who I could just drop little breadcrumbs in their ear and see if they're going to go feed the rats. You get what I'm saying? So certain things, certain aspects, certain situations, certain people, they are supposed to cross you out. Now, how you bounce back from it is on you. That's where your test comes in at. It tests your boundaries. It tests your self-love, your self-respect. All that comes into play, because the thing is, everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to be powerful. Everybody want to be something so magnetic and so big in life, but they don't have the discernment. They don't have the intuition. They don't have the financial literacy. They don't have certain things that they need in order to not let circumstances or the corrupt them from having the things or the life that they want. So I think that's just how, that's what's so crazy, is that people don't understand that that's how life is supposed to be. Like, the bigger the risk, the bigger reward, and you know what I'm saying? Like I say, more money, more problems. So that's what come with it. I don't know why people think that once they get the money, they're gonna have an easy life. You see a lot of rich people committing suicide because spiritually, they're not strong enough to overcome a lot of things that they have come their way. A lot of people have grown into being a yes man, and so it consumes them because you've had so many energy vampires suck the life out of you, to where it's like no matter what you do or give them, they're never happy. And because they're never happy, it makes you happy, because when you don't have tough skin and when you don't have the discernment and the spiritual authority or the spiritual power within yourself to tell people, I can't do it. And if it take me to have to lose you because I told you no, then I'm cool with it. Y'all, sometimes y'all gotta be okay with losing people. When you are a person of many talents, you're going to meet people in whatever criteria or area of your life, whatever their talent sits. And you're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to play in your face. And you have to have the discernment to say no. Who gives a fuck about you losing them? They weren't supposed to be there that long anyway. So, you know, like I said, if it's okay if you having them moments where it's like, I don't know who or what the hell I am. Take time to figure yourself out. That's a situation where you have to talk to God about, and God alone. Can't nobody tell you who you are. That's one thing. Don't let nobody define who you are. You are a person of many faces. And I think people don't understand it. It's okay with changing. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to transform. That's what you're here to do. Like, there are different layers of us that a lot of us ain't even tapped into yet. And it's like the more and more that you discover about yourself, like, oh my God, the abundance and the prosperity and the possibilities are totally endless. So I just feel like whoever this is for, like, don't be afraid to say, don't be afraid to have them moments of vulnerability where it's like, I don't know who the fuck I am right now, and I need time to figure that out. Because if you in a place where it even gives you that thought anyway, because you in an uncomfortable position at a job, you in an uncomfortable job or uncomfortable career, that means something in your spirit is telling you it's more to you than meets the eye. It's more to what you feel like you got going on. This is not your ending. This does not define who you are. This will not be your life forever. This is just a moment or a page or a chapter in your life that you just have to get through and figure out. And when you get to that point, ask God to show you signs that He'll give it to you. It's certain stuff in my life where I just planned out just doing it for a hobby, but it turned something into monetary value because at that time or in that moment in my life or in that phase in my life, that's what I was supposed to do. So when God puts something on your heart to do, just do it. Don't question it. Just do it. Question it after. Even if you still got question that, but baby, if He put something on your heart to do, that's God talking to you. That is God talking to you. But I'm going to end this video right here, y'all. I got things to do. Y'all have a good day. Be careful, pray, set your intentions, manifest whatever the hell it is you want. It's nothing in this life that's off limits to you. Delusion is free, okay? It ain't nothing but your reality information. So just always remember that. I love y'all. Be safe. Have a good day. Enjoy y'all day at work. Don't let them kids stress you out. And yeah.